I'm sitting here thinking about if I could only save one pair, which one would I save? I can't make up my mind because both of these are Michelin star rated delicious. Air Jordan 4 SB Navy. Now this shoe is officially dropping on March 18th for $225 only at select retailers. No sneakers release date, at least not right now anyway. And of course, Jordan Brand has teamed up with Nike SB before. SB, if you didn't know, stands for skateboarding. We've seen in 2014 like the Lance Mountain Jordan 1s, the NYC to Paris, as well as the LA to Chicago back in 2019. Eric Costin had like a bunch of Jordan 1 Low collaborations. And of course, in 2023, we had the Jordan 4 SB Pine Green, one of the best sneakers of that year. And now we have these. And first impressions of the shoe, I don't think if you are sane and you are level-headed and you're objective, you can dislike this shoe. You might think it's okay, like that might be all you think about it, but I don't know how anyone can look at these and be like, yeah, I don't like them too much. I don't like them too much. It's crazy. That is crazy talk, because just the colors chosen on the shoe are just so nice, with the gum bottoms, especially as I get older. Gum bottoms are just more and more appealing. I don't know what it is about brown and old age. It's just a thing. But yeah, everything about this shoe just looks really good. This navy blue, it is just the right shade of navy with the blue suede mudguard and the red on the tag on the tongue. Beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful looking shoe. And the materials on the shoe, the base layer, it is leather. And the quality of this leather, it is not like the thickest type of leather. It's quite similar to the pine greens from a year ago or 2 years ago. So it's pretty soft. Again, not the thickest, not like as good as the Jordan 1 85 Bred, where it comes kind of stiff out of the box, but it's really thick and it's just really good quality leather. But another good thing is that there's not like a super shiny, heavy polyurethane coating over this. So it feels decent. And then wrapping around the mudguard, again, very similar to the pine greens. This is not like super hairy suede, just like kind of buffed down suede. Now, suede is a good material for skateboarding. I have not skateboarded a single time in my life, but I definitely know that. Like, suede is a material commonly used on skateboarding shoes. Now, of course, a very distinct thing about the Jordan 4, it is the netting as well as the wings. Now, the netting, it is pretty similar to a general release Jordan 4. The wings, however, from a distance, you might just think it's similar to other Jordan 4s, but the materials, this is more like softer rubber. So usually you get that kind of harder TPU plastic type of wing. This one feels much more soft, like much more flexible. That is, again, kind of changed up, so it better suits skateboarders. And another place where you see they kind of change the materials is on the flap of the shoe, on the booty tab of the shoe. Now, this usually for general release Jordan 4s, it is much more stiff. It's kind of like that TPU plastic again. This one, as you can see, just very, very soft and bouncy, very flexible. And of course, they have changed the Nike Air branding that you get on OG Jordan 4s to Nike SB branding. Now, one thing I must say with this white netting that you see on Jordan 4s, it can yellow over time. As you can see on my pine greens, I've only had it for like 2 years. It's already kind of yellowed. Now, moving up the tongue, just white laces out of the box. There's no extra laces for this shoe. For $225, I kind of wish they would give you a few more options, especially a lot of skateboarders are like younger. They want to express themselves in different ways, different lace color options. Kind of disappointed there. But then at the top of the tongue, again, this is leather. There is that Jumpman flight tag. The Jordan 4 was the first Jordan shoe to introduce the flight concept. And then right behind the tongue, you get this upside down Air Jordan tag that again originated on the Jordan 4s. Now, in a lot of Jordan 4 reviews, I have mentioned that they started doing this because apparently people in the day would like flip their tongues out when they were wearing it. So they anticipated that. So they made it upside down. So when it flipped out, people could read it like the right side up. Now, some people were commenting that they never seen that in their lives. I think maybe that was a thing in the 80s before I was alive, but there are numerous articles that stated that's why they did this. But then a lot of commenters were like, I've never seen this. I'm old as hell and I've not seen it once. So I'm suspecting it was probably like a certain part of the country or maybe even a certain part of the world. Whatever it is, upside down Air Jordan tag on the back of the tongue. And speaking of the tongue, look how good that red Jumpman looks. I love how that's the only part where you see red on the upper. and it just really pops, really pops, and it goes really well with that blue navy. Now in terms of the shape of the shoe, one thing a lot of people loved about the pine greens is that the shape was much closer to the original 1989 Jordan 4s, not as boxy, not as weird in the toe area. But in this shoe, on like closer inspection, there's like a little bit of inconsistency between the left and right shoe. So on the left shoe, you can see that it's got like a more angled down, kind of slimmer, sleeker shape in the toe box. That is closer to the 89 Jordan 4s, the original. Kind of like how the Jordan 1 85 Bred had that very slimmed down, sleek toe box. But then on the right shoe, on my pair at least, it's not as like sleek. There's a little bit of a boxier look, not too much where it kind of really bothers me, and nothing where I would be like, this is a deal breaker. But we've often seen Jordan Brand have like inconsistencies between the left and right shoe. Literally, sometimes you'll get Jordan Brand shoes directly from Nike or sneakers. The leather quality or the leather material would be different. And that's just different cuts of leather. That's fine. That's like understandable logically. But then on feet, you can just notice it really significantly. It looks super weird. And the cushioning of the shoe, the Jordan 4 does come with a polyurethane midsole. And if the tooling is the same as the pine greens from 2023, they would have removed the forefoot Nike Air unit, just left the visible one and the heel, and replaced that forefoot part with a softer type of foam, so for better impact absorption when you're skateboarding. And of course you get this delicious outsole, rubber outsole, just beautiful. And the most beautiful thing about this is the gum bottoms, or part of it is gum bottoms. And that again is a change made for skateboarders, allows for better grip, just aesthetically. Oh, look at it. Just looks so nice. I love it. I absolutely love the outsole of this shoe. Insole of the shoe, it is just red with Nike SB branding on the heel, and it's just a Dreamcell insole. Now, according to Nike Skateboarding, there's supposed to be a pour-on sock liner. I personally do not see any evidence of this. It also did not come with the pine greens in 2023. Not too sure what's happening. If you know the answers, please leave a comment below. And the box of the shoe, a Sail Jordan Flight box. Again, Jordan 4 was the first shoe to introduce the flight concept. On the side, SB branding, and it is the Sail era for Nike skateboarding, so this makes sense. And inside, just regular Jordan 4 paper. In terms of like overall fit, for the pine greens, I did go up half size. That was around the time, or maybe a little bit after the time, where a lot of Jordan 4s came kind of small, and in the forefoot area on my wide and flat feet would just get kind of choked. So I was kind of scared of getting like a super tight shoe where my pinky would just get absolutely crucified here. But I did feel like going up half size, there was a bit too much heel slippage in the back that I didn't really love. And recent Jordan 4s, they've kind of corrected that sizing issue. This shoe, the tooling of this, when I first put my feet in, remember I do have wide feet. So especially on my left foot, where it's actually wider than my right foot, this arch area was kind of stiff. So I kind of need to break this a little bit more in. Not too much where I would change how I size this shoe, because I think lengthwise, it's really good. There's nothing worse than like getting a very delicious shoe with too much heel slippage. So I think I would still go true to size, but just a warning, if you have super flat feet, this might need some break in time. The forefoot area also, I feel like was a tiny bit tight. Not too much again, where I would change my sizing. I would just break the shoe in, wear it, kind of beat it up. I think beaten up Jordan 4 SB Navy would still look very delicious, so I don't mind that. On my right feet though, because it is slightly less wide than my left foot, it actually fit pretty well, so the arch area wasn't like too much of a pain, no break-in time needed. The forefoot felt pretty good, so if you have super wide feet, I would still probably, if I just had to choose one option, I would still stick true to size and break the shoe in. If you want to be super safe and you don't mind like a looser fit with a bit of heel slippage in the ankle area, maybe you can go up half size, but for me, I'm sticking true to size here. And in terms of just overall comfort for a Jordan 4, I think this is a pretty comfortable shoe, especially when you compare it to like general release Jordan 4s. It's kind of notorious for not being a very comfortable shoe. This is definitely more comfortable than that. I still would prefer just like a polyurethane insole. I feel like that adds a little bit of comfort, kind of like the Jordan 4 Bred Reimagined. I really like that. One thing I've always loved about all Jordan 4s though is like the amount of padding all around the ankle lining, the thickly padded tongue. Yeah, it just feels good, wraps around your feet really nicely. And that brings the total sole score of the Air Jordan 4 SB Navy to 34 out of 40. A pretty good score compared to other general releases. Now first, it is colorway. Very simple colorway. Just navy and this off-white color. with some gray and delicious gum bottoms. Very good. 9 out of 10. I wouldn't give it 10 out of 10. Those are reserved for some special colorways that just like trigger every sneaker hormone that I have. But 9 out of 10 is still really good. In terms of materials, even though it's not like the thickest type of leather, I feel like it's pretty soft out of the box. Feels nice, but it's not like super thin and flimsy. It feels quite decent. There's no like super heavy polyurethane coating, so that's a bonus. And in terms of the comfort of the shoe, apart from like the initial break-in period, that's kind of more personal, I guess, because I do have very wide and flat feet. It's kind of a me thing. But apart from that, I feel like it's a pretty decently comfortable shoe. Compared to a lot of general release Jordan 4s, it is definitely better than that. And in terms of the versatility of this shoe, oh, it's super versatile. The Jordan 4s absolutely is one of those sneakers, one of those Jordan brand shoes where it's very rare. This category is very rare. A shoe that originated as a basketball shoe that has absolutely crossed over into casual wear seamlessly. Honestly, only the early Jordans has achieved that status. And one of them is the Air Jordan 4. Super versatile shoe. In terms of the wearability of the colorway, can't go wrong. Got this white base layer, gray mudguard with hints of navy and red. Like that red Jumpman just really pops. Yeah, super wearable colorway. But the gum bottoms kind of gives it a more mature look. I love that. I love the wearability and versatility of this shoe. 2025 is the 40th year anniversary of the Jordan 1s. They've come out with some very nice Jordan 1s already. The 85 black and red, the Union LA Jordan 1, the 85 Royal lows, the Obsidians are pretty nice too that I just reviewed. It is also the 35th year anniversary of the Jordan 5, and it looks to be some really delicious Jordan 5s dropping, coming back. Black Tongue Fire Red, the Grapes, but I feel like the Jordan 4s are having a year too. Later this year, we're gonna get the undefeated Jordan 4s, a grail to a lot of people, and of course, the delicious Jordan 4 Black Cat, and then this. It is simple in terms of like the colors used and just how it looks, but a lot of times simple is more than enough. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Sole Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 4 SB Navy. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.